What's up, y'all? This is Nightmare Baller One with finally my review of the Royal Rumble. I'm sorry I haven't hit y'all with a video in a minute. I've just been doing other stuff. But first thing I want to say, this was a very average Rumble. With the Rumble match, it ended up turning out being, to be good. And so let me just go ahead and get started. The show started with Ric Flair versus MVP. I enjoyed this. It was a good way to start the show. I say 2.25 stars. I mean, I enjoyed it more than my rating, but I can't rate it no higher than that because it wasn't that good of a match. But it was, it was good for what it was. 2.25 stars. I mean, then we had Jericho and JBL, very good brawl, nice hard hitting match, y'all. Basically the match ended in DQ, and Jericho choked him with the extension cord like JBL did to him on Raw. All in all, that was I understand the ending. You know what I mean? The ending made a lot of sense, and I have to get at 2.5 stars. No more than that, because I hate 9 finishes, but I can understand why they did it for this one. Then after that, we have what was after that? The world title match, I think. No, was it the world title match? Yeah, I think it was the world title match. All in all, it was just alright. I mean, honestly, the ending saved the match from just being a decent match. 2.75 stars. The ending is a really nice spot. Y'all got to see it. So yeah, good match. Then we had the most disappointing match of the night. I don't know why I was on here at all. Well, I mean, I know why I was on here, but I don't know why it was this disappointing. That made no sense. I'm sorry, y'all. But this match was like, okay, they built Jeff Hardy up to be this guy, that overcomes adversity. That's a tough guy that would do anything to avenge his brother, right? And it just didn't turn out like that. It turned out to be, just the match started and the fans knew going into it, like 2 minutes into it, Jeff Hardy wasn't going to win. So after that, they basically didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? And it just was kind of lame. The crowd wasn't in it. I mean, we had a nice moonsault from Jeff Hardy. The finish, I've seen it before, so it wasn't really nothing too impressive. It wasn't bad by no means. It was a 3-star match. It was a good match, but a very, very disappointing match, honestly. So, I mean, you pretty much get the gist that everything on the show was pretty much average except for the Rumble. And then after that match, they had some stupid segment with, well, what was it before? I don't remember. But they had some stupid segment that could have been on Raw with Santino Marella, Maria, and basically Ashley asking Maria that she want to pose for Playboy. It could have been on Raw. The Rumble starts, and the first two is Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, which is kind of weird. And they have some nice exchanges as it goes on. Then Santino Marella comes out, gets thrown out. He had no business being in the ring with those two anyway. I mean, the Rumble, I'm not gonna review the entire Rumble. Just know the Rumble was, enjoyable. The one thing I didn't like about it though is that CM Punk's showing in the Rumble. I mean, he did okay, but he should have been in the Final Four or the Final Five or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He should have been in the end because they should have gave him a Royal Rumble type of push since he wasn't the ECW champion anymore. That's just what I think, because dude is over, which makes no sense. And the Rumble had, some nice surprises. Roddy Piper, it was good to see him since he has cancer or whatever. It was just really good to see he was okay. Jimmy Superfly Snuka, that was another surprise. It was just a lot, and then some funny spots with Hornswoggle. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of laughed when he eliminated the Miz. It was a very entertaining match, which is what the Rumble is supposed to be. You know what I mean? Then we get to the end of the Rumble, and Triple H is number 25. Number 29. Okay, we're on Skype, and just Jericho 0136 or Randy, 0136, whatever y'all might know him. He basically says, "You guys, John Cena's 30," and we're like, "Shut up! John Cena's not even healthy yet. He's nowhere in the world he can come back." Then, number 30, we get a pause. Cena's music hits, and then at that moment, the world stands still. PS Power head explodes. Bill and Doug, basically ejaculate on themselves, and all the Cena haters go up in arms pretty much at that moment. And I thought it was great because the WWE booked that so perfect. Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker get eliminated early. So you pretty much think, oh, the final two is going to be Batista and Triple H is going to win the Rumble. Right when they get eliminated, you know what I mean? And then they throw us a curveball with John Cena. I thought that was just beautiful. And, I didn't mind him winning because, it was basically him versus Triple H at the end. And all of us was on Skype. Come on, Cena. Come on. Because, if you're a smart wrestling fan, you hate Triple H. You pretty much know why, to dislike Triple H. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I give this show 8 out of 10. Well, not even 8 is being too generous. The Rumble was really good, but nobody can say the matches before that were great. You know what I mean? All of them were disappointing in my opinion. So I think I'm going to give the show the same rating I gave Undeniable. I'm going to give it 7.5 because the difference between, that and Undeniable with me is that Undeniable had, some really good matches. It had the opener that was really good. It had, the tag title match, which was really good, but I already, talked about that. You had the Austin Aries, Roderick Strong match, which was great, you know what I mean? And the main event was good, you know what I'm saying? But, the Royal Rumble, it had like some pretty average matches and a really good Rumble, you know what I'm saying? So, and it kind of, like the WWE does when it comes to putting together a pay-per-view and for it just being entertaining, it did its job. It was entertaining. The last hour of it was really entertaining. You know what I mean? That's why I get the same rate as Undeniable because Undeniable had some really good matches, but as a pay per view, it just didn't gel very well as a pay per view. You know what I'm saying? It had like some minor issues, like the Briscoes not being in the building at the same time as the Age of the Fall, and shit like that. They're already discussed, but no one can complain about those matches. You know what I mean? And with that, like I said before, it was average matches, entertaining Rumble. All in all, 7.5. I wouldn't spend fucking $40 on it, but it wasn't bad by any means. And I'll holler at y'all later. The Rumble match was worth watching. If you watch the Rumble match, find the Rumble match because it was really entertaining. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.